with that?
Yep.
It's being recorded already, right?
Yeah. Records is valid automatically.
Okay, sweet. So is there a pass coach?
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us. Today, we've got an exciting announcement with Charlotte FC. So for that, we'll turn it over to Charlotte Football Club's Bobby Belair, also a Clemson soccer player here previously. Bobby, take it away, sir.
Thank you very much. So obviously, it's an honor for me to be here on Clemson's campus and with the Clemson Athletics departments, and particularly Clemson Soccer at this beautiful new facility. And we have a few exciting announcements, as you've probably seen today. The first being we're excited really to announce our inaugural match. In 2022, March 5th, we'll be playing LA Galaxy at home. And we're really excited to roll out our inaugural match in Bank of America Stadium. And we're counting on all of the passionate soccer fans in the Carolinas, across the Carolinas, to fill out the stadium. We're hoping to set the MLS record for attendance, 74,000 fans. What would be a magical and a special occasion for soccer fans across the Carolinas and for the MLS, really. And, we're a club that has set lofty goals, and we want to be a unifying force across the Carolinas, that brings people together from across youth soccer. Obviously, there's rich traditions within the professional ranks as well, with the Charleston Battery, Charlotte Independence, and most recently our friends down in Greenville, Greenville Triumph, and best of luck to the Greenville Triumph this year in the playoffs. Obviously, as well in the college ranks, there's plenty of programs in South and North Carolina that have been successful, and we're standing right here at the facilities of one of them, Clemson Soccer, both on the men's and women's side. So we're asking a lot of our fans to come out and join us March 5th next year for our inaugural match against LA Galaxy. And we're promised to put an exciting, passionate team on the field. We have a very exciting and young head coach, Miguel Angel Ramirez, and we're building a young, talented team that will be formed with players all around the world. And also, we're developing our academy, our youth academy, and soon we'll be developing homegrown players from within the Carolinas. We've developed partnerships with all the youth clubs across North Carolina and South Carolina. And so we're really excited to one day be able to put someone that's from North or South Carolina on the field with the first team, Charlotte FC.
Bobby, you mentioned each of the initiatives, and then obviously being a former player here and coming back. What's it been like to see it back here, and then talking about that relationship with Clemson Soccer that you have personally, and then now with the club as well?
Yeah, so obviously it's a passion of mine, Clemson Soccer. It's given me so much and helped me develop into the man I am today. Another exciting thing that we can announce too, and this is actually my first time at Clemson's facility, the new training facility here. But we're announcing that we're going to start our preseason here, and that's what we're planning on doing. And with the support of Coach Noonan, this program is obviously come a long way from when he started, sort of 11 years ago now. And I had the privilege of playing underneath him for 2 years here and 1 year at Brown University. And so he's meant so much for me personally, but I think all of his players and also all the staff and the athletic department as a whole. He's been a leader and really taken this program to new heights. They're a consistent contender, and we want to be affiliated with that. And so, it makes sense for us. They're two hours down the road from us in Charlotte. They have amazing facilities here. And we're really gracious that they're willing to host us, and we're looking forward to it, starting our preseason here in upstate South Carolina.
When you guys were going through that process, what is it about this place that makes it such a great place to be able to open training camp?
Yeah, no, I think, look, first and foremost, you have to have great pitches, and the facilities management team here is amazing. You look at the facilities at Briggs Field as well. I mean, you have two pitches here for the men's and women's team, and Briggs Field is always pristine. It's always in great shape. So that's number one. They have a great gym facility. And so for us as a new club, we'll have 30 new players, a new coaching staff, and we need to develop culture. We need to come together quickly. And so that's something that we're able to do here with the hotel right down the road at the Madron Center. We just checked that out. We stayed there last night and we checked it out this morning. So I think it'll be a great place for us to start forming as a team.
Going off of that, talk about, I guess, the ability to, have a footprint in the upstate. Obviously, it's something similar to Charlotte with the Panthers, where they had trained, at Wofford College for a long time, and kind of tap into that fan base. Just talk about that. Obviously, you mentioned the Greenville Triumph too. Like, there's a large, soccer fan base in the upstate, and kind of how that maybe played into the decision.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's something that we want to recognize too, is that we're not starting anything new. There's rich soccer history here in both North and South Carolina, right? And so we want to recognize that and build on that, right? So we should partner with teams across the states that we occupy. And I think starting with Clemson here, it makes sense. We can come here and have a great partnership. I come here and do a lot of scouting, right? It just makes sense. And similar for the Panthers, they use Wofford's facility each year, and so it's something that we'll look to do. And Greenville Triumph being in USL League One, there's no reason why we can't be friendly and partner with them. Same with Charleston Battery, and we've already done that with Charlotte Independence this year. We've loaned 3 players down to them. They had a successful season as well. Just ended with a playoff run, unfortunately, but they had a great season, and so that's something that we want to do. We want to build on the tradition of soccer here, right? And I think something that we can offer is, as the MLS club, is we can fans of each club, and even Clemson or South Carolina, they can all be Charlotte FC fans, right? Because we should be the team that's playing at the highest division in U.S. soccer that everyone can support. And there's never been an MLS club in this area either, so we can unite fans that maybe haven't really felt an identity to another MLS club. So we're really looking forward to that and bringing out the best in our fans and putting on a good show, a good product, and having a really good showcase for the Carolinas.
On that, MLS continues to grow. You talked about the different areas, not necessarily having to build something new, but taking some of that piece in there. What has the response been like to the club already, not only in the Charlotte area, but throughout the state of South Carolina as well? And what type of things are you guys doing to engage all of those groups as you get started?
Yeah, it's been brilliant, honestly. We are sending representatives around North and South Carolina today. I think you'll see more later on today, but we've been in the grassroots soccer space, so trying to assist all the youth clubs in North and South Carolina. We have a new initiative called the Community Captains, where leaders from each city around North and South Carolina come together to try to see what they can do within their community to support Charlotte FC. And we have other things that are rolling out throughout the years that we're planning on doing. And so for us right now, I think we felt really good support, and we're trying to reach all the different areas. We obviously have a big geographical area, but that's our goal, and that's our mission, is to really be that unifying force across the Carolinas.
If I want to look ahead a little bit, you're obviously an alum of the program here. We've got a pretty big one coming up on Sunday.
Yep.
What is it like as an alum to see the success that this program has had, and what are you looking for headed into the weekend?
Yeah, no, it's amazing. It's always something that you feel proud when you see your team doing well, and they've been doing well ever since I left. So it's a testament to Coach Noonan and the coaching staff, what they've been able to do year in and year out. And so for me, look, it's as an alum, you want to feel like you're still a part of it, and I'm always welcome back here. You're looked after, you're thought of, and that means something to me and to other alum, because you gave so much of yourself for this program and you'd like to think you had some piece of the reason why it is where it is today. It's a very small piece, but for this weekend, the NCAA tournament's always tough, right? And so getting a bye in the first round, I think, is huge. You get that little extra break. And I think any team that you face in the NCAA tournament is always difficult. It's obviously great to be playing at home in front of your home fans at Rick Stadium. So I'm looking forward to watching it. I'm planning to be here live in person. And so looking forward to a Tiger win, and we'll see what happens as the Tigers advance this year.
What's it like? You've had the opportunity to play in Riggs when it's packed, when it's loud. What's the Riggs field experience like as a player, as a fan?
Yeah, as a player, it's definitely special. I think probably the most special thing is, I would say, pregame when you're inside the locker room underneath the stadium, and as you run out onto the field, and it just feels like thunderous, and it's amazing. I think the fan support's only gotten better since I've left. I think the student section that they've developed is amazing, and I know the players today and love it. There's a great kind of bond between the student section, the fans, and the players. You can definitely tell. And there's a lot of traditions that they still do. Singing the alma mater after the match is special. And so as a player, there's nothing like running out on rigs. And it was, like I said, it was always in great shape. You know that you have a quality pitch to play on. And so it was up to you and the boys around you to go out and get a win. As a fan, look, it's always packed. It's great. I like to stand up top and watch from the highest point possible. And look, I think every time I come back, I see some friendly faces and everyone likes to say hello. And so you still have that Clemson family spirit. So I love coming back.
Last one from me. This is now the third. So talking about the training camp and your stop at Charlotte FC, the third stop that you've followed Coach Noonan.
Yeah.
What's your relationship like with him? How has he been as a leader, as a mentor? And if you can, just a little bit of background on Coach Noonan, what he means to this program.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, look, Coach Noonan is the biggest mentor that I've had in my life, for sure. So when he recruited me to come back to Clemson after he left me at my freshman year at Brown, I was thrilled. And then obviously we were able to culminate our time together with the ACC championship my last year at Clemson. And so what Coach Noonan's meant to this program, I mean, he completely changed where the program was heading, where it was. And obviously there's a lot of tradition. And so Coach Noonan was able to bring that back. And he realizes the importance of not only developing good players, but good human beings. He develops well-rounded men that, stay in touch long after they're gone. And so Clemson family for me is all my old teammates and friends that you meet along the way, even staff. So it's a brilliant place to be. And I think everyone appreciates what Coach Noonan has done.
Thank you very much. Open it up. Anything else from?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
On Zoom? Go ahead from the Zoom call. Go ahead.
All right, we'll dive right in. Hey, Bobby, how you doing?
Hey, Ashley, how are you?
Doing well. Congratulations on having some concrete news to share after a very long fall, I'm sure. But tell us a bit about the opportunity to have the club play part of its inaugural preseason at Clemson, and the ironic ties there between the Panthers playing their inaugural season there in 1995.
Yeah, no, look, we're really excited. I think the facilities here are obviously amazing. That's most important, right? It's a very important time for us. The first 10 days of preseason are going to be crucial for our team, brand new team. I can't stress how important that's going to be for our club to have all these facilities at our hands and have a smooth process for our first 10 days. We're going to have guys coming in from all over the place, right? All over the world. So as quick as possible, it's our job to get guys going and bring them together and start training, right? Miguel has a lot of demands about what he wants and the fields, the quality, everything. So the facilities is going to be big. And it's obviously pretty cool that, we're right here in the upstate of South Carolina, very close to Charlotte, 2 hours down the road, and obviously ties back with the Panthers as well. So yeah, you're right. It's cool. And I think the more that we can do this and try to get out and provide some type of connection to our fans all across the Carolinas is the better that it will be for us in the long run. And we want to build a passionate supporter base. And I think doing things like this will create that.
In addition to that, and I apologize if you've already addressed this, I had some tech issues on my end, so it was a couple minutes late, but when you're very familiar with the Galaxy, and something that Miguel said when he spoke to us earlier this morning is that even abroad, when you talk about MLS, that's a club that, people know of. And of course, he referenced the 2007 signing of David Beckham, which seems like yesterday, but it was also quite some time ago. What are your thoughts of having that club be the first club that's going to play at Bank of America Stadium?
I think it's really big. You have a globally recognized brand like LA Galaxy. Everyone around the world recognizes that brand, from the David Beckhams to now, Chicharito is there, that, all-time Mexican goal scorer. So bringing a team like that into Bank of America and showing our fans, what the experience is going to be like each game, right, and what the atmosphere could be like with their support, it's huge, right? And we want to. It's like I said before, right? Making your first impression is so big for a club, and so our first impression will be hopefully 74,000 people setting an MLS record for attendance. And just creating such a great buzz around the city and a buzz across the Carolinas that people don't want to miss our matches. They don't want to miss our home matches. And I think one more thing on that as well is another exciting thing is we'll be announcing soon the specifics, but we'll be providing free access across the Carolinas to all of our matches. That's something that doesn't happen with other clubs, and it's so big and important to provide free access to our home and away matches. So if you can't be there for a home match, no worries. You can watch for free on TV. If you don't want to travel, if you can't travel to our away matches, don't worry about it. We have you covered with free access across the Carolinas, which I think is brilliant.
So when you say free access, you mean strictly free access in terms of the televised access?
Right. Yeah, it's televised.
Okay. For a second, I was about to say you're giving away free tickets already. I'm sure there'll be quite a few people who
only you, Ashley. You'll get free tickets.
Thanks, Bobby.
Any other questions from Zoom? All right, with that, thank you, Bobby, very much. Up next, we'll have head soccer coach Mike Noonan.
Thank you very much.
Up next, we have Clemson men's soccer head coach Mike Noonan here to talk about the partnership with Charlotte FC, as well as preview our NCAA tournament round of 32 match on Sunday at historic Riggs Field.
Coach Darnell, just tell us about the significance of this type of partnership and what it means for Clemson soccer and just the area in general as well.
Well, we're extremely excited, obviously. Ever since the announcement that Charlotte was coming into the league, we've been following every step of the way, and Bobby got hired, and we were even more excited because of the relationship we have with him. But most importantly, it's the highest level in the country, and to have the opportunity for Clemson and for our team, for our program to be able to witness that, the inaugural preseason, and how they're going to go about putting their team together is going to be a phenomenal educational experience at a phenomenal educational institution.
What can you speak to about that relationship with Bobby? I know you mentioned that you're a big mentor in his life. How cool is it to see what he's doing and to be able to have this type of partnership with someone that you know so well?
Yeah, Bobby's pretty flattering, but the point is, when you can learn from your players as much as they learn from you, then you have a relationship that's going to last a lifetime. We talk all the time about our experience with our players at Clemson, and it's not a 4-year relationship, it's a lifetime relationship. So to see Bobby do as well as he's doing in the role that he is, and doing something that he's so passionate about, right? The game, that's what the game's about. Whether you're a Clemson soccer fan, whether you're going to be a Charlotte FC fan, it's about passion. Bobby shares that passion that I have for the game, and it's something that we'll continue to have, forever.
Coach, looking at your game on Sunday, obviously you guys are in the first round bye. You get to play at Riggs for at least 2 games if you were to win the first one. How important is that to your squad?
Yeah, you've heard me say this before, and I say it every year. When you get to the NCAA tournament, it's not who you play, it's where you play. Because every team in the NCAA tournament, particularly this year's field, this is the strongest field that I've seen in probably my coaching career in the NCAA tournament. So being able to play at home at Riggs in front of the passionate fans that we have in a place that, the guys, you can't describe the way they feel. Bobby talked a little bit about it when you're in the locker room before the game and you can hear the fans outside, and It's almost like a caged animal. You just can't wait to get out in front of them. And on Sunday, that's the way our players are going to be, and that's the way they're going to play. They're going to play with great passion for the game, great passion for Clemson, and great passion for each other.
You heard Bobby talk about how great the facilities are and that being one of the drawing factors to them coming to train here. How does that speak to the resources you have at Clemson and the great job that the field managing people do?
Yeah, I mean, hats off to Mike Eccles and his staff. I tell people at Clemson, the athletic director and the president even, that he's probably the best coach we have on campus. And we got some pretty good ones if you consider Davo and Brad and some of the others that we have here. So, but his team is phenomenal. And they come to work every single day with a smile on their face, trying to make a wow factor for anybody who comes and visits one of our athletic events. And you walk into, whether it's Memorial Stadium, Doug Kingsman Field, Riggs Field, you walk in as a visitor who maybe has been there for the first time, and the first word out of your mouth is, wow. And that's down to Mike Eccles and his staff. So we're excited, and we knew that, we were hopeful that Charlotte understood that. And when we got the call and Bobby's on the other side, he goes, well, we're thinking about this. We were like, we're ecstatic, and everybody who's involved with it is going to be excited to have it.
We don't know your opponent for Sunday's game yet, but can you talk a little bit about the difference between playing ACC teams and teams from out west to play the winner of Grand Canyon and Denver? Is there a difference in how you prepare or the type of soccer that these teams play?
No, when you don't know who you're going to play, then you concentrate on yourself, right? Both teams will have 11 players, and there'll be a ball and 2 goals. So, what we've done the last few days is concentrate on getting better as a team. And tonight we'll find out who the opponent is. But we'll spend a little bit of time, and we have spent a little bit of time researching the opponent and what they've done in the past. But at the same point, if we do what we need to do in the game, then I'll take my chances with anybody who we're going to have to play.
Anybody on Zoom have anything?
Good, zoom out.
Very good.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
All right. How we going?
Drop off a couple season tickets to people in Greenville.
232.
Yeah.